Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here, along with my good friend, the new IKB. Say hi, IKB.
Hello, everyone.
And he is our railway expert in many ways, and definitely a good one. Oh yes, this is a really good game. I would highly recommend, if you like this type of game, I'd highly recommend it. And if you want to, more than just me saying it, want to look at some of my videos up on there to see if it really is a game for you. And if it is on sale, probably right now, because there's lots of games on sale now, I would pick it up. The guys at Kalypso would like that very much. Okay, let's take a look at our research here. We have a little more than 300 points, though only useful in 100-point increments. So we can do a new train, which we're already got this, so we're basically equal. I mean, it's only 3% difference, and we are faster, and that's slower and slightly in between. So those aren't terribly useful to us. This isn't useful to us. So let's look over here. Well, we can do this, polish up trains for when we sell them to improve, or rehabilitation increases the number of saboteurs and bandits. That's probably why we didn't do much here, because transport by mail. I think probably the rehabilitation is probably the best thing here. Or do we, oh wait, these are all locked back here. We can't go back and do those, I guess. Oh no, I guess we can. Yeah. Or do we want to come back and do some of the other earlier stuff? Put them into the usage.
I think maybe we should do some of the earlier stuff, because if it increases our anything that increases the amount we move and stuff is going to increase our city growth.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's
going to be a lot more useful to us than a new locomotive.
Yeah. Okay. Profits from your factory. Well, innovation points by 10%. We'll do that because that will help everything else. Everything else grow. So we'll grab that. I don't know why they do this. I don't understand why it's sort of back here and not already done. Now, maybe foreign workers, well, obviously that can work in Europe and not be Mexicans or Chinese as in the American example, but I don't know why they put it there. Okay, let's look at Thorn here. It's a city that we both service, and they need the big thing, the lowest level thing that they need is pigs, and then pastries, bread. So zooming out, okay. We have pigs over here. So I guess what we need to do is build a railway connection with a bridge right into Thorn. And we have the money to do it. It's going to be expensive getting that bridge across the river there. What is that, the Oder or something, I think? Really wish they would label those things. It's good for when you're talking about stuff. Do a new train, Arno was saying. Not right now. And a supply tower right there. Okay, this is an easy one to figure out. Yeah. And yes, this is just the best choice. Now, bread products. Pastries, as they were calling it.
Where do we have pastries?
Okay, Königsberg way up there. Or Königsberg way up there, it looks like. Without going back to Berlin. Or Lemberg. Let's see. Lemberg looks like it's further away. So what Okay, now what, see, this is some of the keys with this game is we need to make sure that they are getting enough wheat so they're generating the pastries. So that's good. So what we'll do is we'll make an express down to here. And we'll let it run both ways. That way it'll just send meat back. And yeah, let's go the other way too.
Because they're probably going to start demanding pork products at some point.
Yeah, looking at that, yeah, they are getting a little, or they have a little bit in coming up from the closer city of Elbring, but I'm sure it will be useful going both ways. Now, Elbring, since we're here, they need pork, or pigs themselves. Okay, pigs, and then they'll produce more pork products. And so that's coming from this same. And yeah, let's expand this.
The mysterious pig colliery.
Yeah. Well, you know the Germans. That'll get throughput a little better, so they'll have enough, and these guys not enough, but they have some now. Okay, so that'll grow this area here. Well, let's look at Bromberg as well. Okay, they need the pigs and the pastries. So what we might want to do is when we have an opening for a new factory is put another pastry factory up in that area.
Yep. We should definitely think about doing that. And Nigaro in chat is asking, can we check if there's a train station south of Nuremberg between Nuremberg and Munich?
Okay. He's wanting to see if we have his. Okay. Not yet down to Austria. Not yet down to Austria now, or Bavaria. Sorry, Bavaria, not Austria. Okay, Nuremberg, Beirut. And where's Munich? Munich. Well, I guess Ratisbon is probably the closest thing. We don't yet, we've yet to invade that part of the territory, but there's your Nuremberg, Munich axis down here in Bavaria. So that's as close as detailed as they're getting to the
little bit of Germany.
Yeah. Okay, so back to Bromberg here. Okay, it's pigs and that. Now they have connections to here. Let's see if this. Okay, they got plenty of pigs in the warehouse. So what we'll do is we'll just make sure there's another train coming from the warehouse. Now we'll specify pigs as the priority, but they can bring other things in. It's sort of like doing that. Either if we're pumping out too many pigs too fast from there, so that it goes to 0, they'll move something else. Or maybe if it reads that we got to have something else, it'll bring that in. But so we got that. Now, I don't know if we should come from there, or let's see about, and this is part of it, is, okay, okay, they got more than enough pigs. They need lumber. They need lumber and wheat beer. So lumber, I think we were looking at that maybe last time. Okay, up at warehouse 14 for the lumber. It's going to come through to here. Well, since we're rich, and I'm not a real railroad guy, so I'm a spend sort of guy here. Let's see about building a slightly more direct route down to here. We can also eventually get that integrated in. Well, let's do that first. Okay, cancel that. Okay, because that'll mean other things are affected by it. Let's be on the safe side. Let's turn this into a warehouse. That's what we'll do. We'll turn this into a warehouse here. You can pick up whatever vegetables or whatever this is called. Oh, that's the vegetables, radishes or something, I guess.
Turnips, I think.
Turnips. Sugar beets.
Sugar beets, yes.
We're all wrong at identifying that. Okay. But what? Okay, we'll do a maintenance construction here. Okay, now up here we have fruit and lumber. So what we're going to do is come back to here and add fruit. And lumber. Lots of lumber. Okay. And so now we're going to actually come back more up here. And let's just make a connection through to here. Right from the sort of start, from the sources over. Okay, so this is good engineering and societal engineering as well. Okay, so that will bring in, let's just a couple little signals there. That's long enough to need a, for sure, we're going to go back and forth. We'll put a supply tower there and a few more signals. Okay, so what we want to do is set up a train, come from warehouse 14 to warehouse 16. Okay, and we'll come back to it. What we're also going to see about moving is sugar beets up to there as well. So now back to this. So in warehouse 14 we don't want to pick up sugar beets because that's the thing that we're moving to there. In warehouse 16 we don't want to pick up lumber or fruit because that's the thing we're moving to there. So that way they'll go back and forth, hopefully building up stock there. Now, which will allow us to come down to here. Connect this up. There we go. Now let's look at
so the network gets ever more dense.
Yep. That should be sufficient signals. Okay, now posts, and we know wood is what pushed this, but do they also want sugar beets? Yes, so we can start moving stuff now from the warehouse because it only has sugar beets at the moment. But hopefully it moves whatever it needs. Now this is Post in here is looking at one of our possibilities getting to 120, but it's still trade levels to smaller cities do affect the bigger cities, so that's why we're also looking at the smaller ones to see what they sort of need. Okay, these guys need lumber, which we get to them, and they have plenty of wheat as well as pork products, but they generate wheat, you know, bread. They have it, so we need to send bread up to Bloomberg from here. So we're going to come from here up to here, and yeah, we'll do direct, although it's not necessarily to express connection there. Now let's let that start a little bit and see if as soon as the track clears, are they going to start loading up?
Maybe we need to make Landsberg station bigger.
We may, but not just yet. Maybe it was just that for some reason it only wants to start them in the number 1 track, and it wants to preferably use the number 1 track. So it sometimes makes it. Yeah.
Yep, it's getting loaded up with pastries. Yep.
Okay, good. So that will go up there and hopefully come back with whatever Bromberg wants to sell back, or at least passengers and mail.
Shall we check what some of these warnings we're getting?
Yeah, I think we will. But we're going to pay and get a couple of inventors, which will give us more invention points. Fairly big time. Let's look back here. Okay, well, we still need another 30 some more points before we really add something useful. Okay, yes, you're okay. Danzig grows, but not enough for that now. Okay, due to missing equipment. So post into Berlin. Okay, long route.
Probably not enough supply towers.
Yeah, it's more of enough because there is one there. So, but I'm partially just wanting to know where, you know, where we'll need it. Okay, so let's put it here. It won't maybe help them this run, but it would have helped them if they got it had been there in the first case. Okay, breakdown bad condition. Let's see. Oh, you're actually an express. And that's maybe sort of why, because you're not stopping. Yeah, because it's an express, they're not stopping anywhere along the way to get repairs. Now, there is a way to handle this, and that's what we're going to do now to sort of show it off. Yeah, there's a lot of places in Nagaro that things are missing. So what we're going to do here is come here, put a supply tower here. I know there's already one there, but this is just sort of a oh, the terrain may mess this up somewhat. Well, let's come to here maybe. Okay, and we're deleting these tracks momentarily here. And what we're going to do here is something that I don't often use, is a maintenance station here. And what this will do is, like it says, do maintenance on trains coming through. Oh boy. Let's see, it's going to be lower than that, so I guess we're going to lose a little bit of terrain. Okay, hopefully this will be lined up effectively with both sides. Okay, so let's come up here and add this in. And so when we have express trains coming through this, they will, oh, well, we didn't, I guess we didn't hit the right button. There we go, that helps. We'll stop and get maintenance if needed, where they won't in a city, or so it seems, even if it needs it. Okay, there's only a 2% change in gradient, and that's good. But this will also, so we're going to delete these, yes, demolish, demolish, and demolish, because this maintenance station also does supplies, water, sand, oil, whatnot. So now that that is in this train's, should be, yep, path, it should stop and get serviced there. Oh, do we need to have, oh yes, this added back in, put those there, this here, and that should stay an express, but like I say, supply that up well enough. Okay, no suitable freight, no suitable freight. Not going to concern myself with those. We have one more break. Oh, that's the breakdown bad condition. Oh, another breakdown bad condition here. Okay, now this is just going between two close stations, so probably one or both don't have maintenance buildings, so that doesn't, and neither does this. Okay. So that, I think, will deal with all of our warnings needed, but you were right to look into that. Good. Okay.
Gamer,
yeah.
I think you can guess what Arno is asking for.
A ride along. Is that what?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We'll do that, but first we need to do some more organization, and then we'll ride along. Okay, so we're sort of moving from ride along would be more towards the end, I think, from east to west. Landsberg we just dealt with. They're going to be selling their baked goods. Now warehouse, let's make sure we'll probably adding another train here from the warehouse and make sure it prioritizes lumber, so it has lumber. Okay, so that should be growing as well. Now to Berlin city, we really want to grow. Okay, wheat beer is their thing, and they need lederhosen, which they didn't really wear in Berlin. That's down in Nagaro's area, marching around the Alps. I'm sure Nagaro has a pair of lederhosen. Kessel, nice. I've lived there for 5 years. Yes, the Kessel is on the... There's a lot of... obviously there's not everywhere in Germany on this map. This is... a general representation of things, but there are a lot of true historical bits as well as stuff missing, I'm sure. Okay, yes, warehouse to Landsberg. Did we, yes, specified wood. There we go. That will help supply Landsberg. Okay. Back to Berlin. Okay, Berlin, we were looking for wheat beer. So wheat beer is a made product. I think this is sort of the quickest way to quickly. Okay, should be some down here. We have a wheat beer. They just need, the reason they're not producing any or producing enough is that they're not getting nearly enough grain in Brandenburg. Okay, well,
let's find out where the grain's supposed to be coming from.
Yeah, right over here at warehouse 8.
And if need be, can we right.
So it just, let's see. Okay, 57% track utilization, because I'm just wanting for congestion purposes. 17, so that's not the real issue. Now, of course, our competitor is also supposed to be supporting from this factory, or from this farm as well, but it is not. So we will, or not enough. We will add another one here, warehouse, and prioritize wheat. And that won't necessarily solve problems, but probably help them.
Do we have enough wheat at the warehouse?
That's a question. That's a good one. I didn't check. Yes, actually we have an overabundance of it.
Okay.
So it's just trains. So just running enough trains there should solve that, which will then get more wheat beer to Berlin. Okay, now. Let's go a little way south to Magdeburg. They've got lots of wheat. They need vegetables and pork products and also wheat beer. Now again, the wheat beer will be taken care of once we get more production going. Pork products. That's up here in Schwinn. Or, oh, down here in Weimar looks like we can do that probably the best. Why is Weimar not sending? They got almost enough pigs themselves, so I don't know if we just...
Maybe we need to increase the pig supply to
Weimar, yeah.
Weimar.
Okay. Vegetables. Okay, over here. Here we are. Over at the Norman Estate. We're gonna come to Magdeburg, then back to Weimar. Don't pick up anything in Weimar, because we're just gonna go back to the warehouse. Okay. That will help Magdeburg. Weimar, though. Well, wood and, again, the wheat beer seems to be the bottlenecks.
Seems to be the bottleneck. It's where have we got more of it in?
Well, preferably not moving through one of these massive congestion zones. That's sort of some of the limitations we're looking at here. Up here. Okay. Here we go. To the west. Okay, that isn't very far. I don't know why we're not moving enough. Leipzig, Dresden. Oh, let's put on a caboose. Maybe that'll improve things once we get more employees. Okay, well, it just looks like we need more rails moving there. And Leipzig, okay. Leipzig. Now, let's go back. Okay, they need coal and feldspar. Did we solve that last time, or we were just starting to look when we ended, maybe?
We were just starting to look. I believe there is coal to the south.
Yes, yes.
Just below Dresden.
Yeah, okay, that's going to be good. The feldspar is the other issue here. There's
further south again.
Yeah. But I think it's behind the mountains. That's going to be the issue here. Okay. So what we wanted...
is there some to the north? I think I might have spotted some to the north.
There's the salt or whatever. No, I think we're gonna. I think
salt. No.
I think just because of the railway situation, either crossing crossing other railways or whatnot. I think it's what we're gonna do is go to the south one here. So okay, first we're gonna do the coal because it's closest and easiest to sort of just like put a station down. And we may even come through this mountain pass, but I don't know. Oh, we need to open up a new areas, partially what that feldspar, which we will do now. But let's start with this. Well, okay. Okay, that gets that done. Railway placement. Nope, that. Supply tower, and before IKB tells me, yes, maintenance shed. And we will move coal there. Oh, wait a minute. Cancel. Is that not a warehouse? Oh, did I mess that up? That's not a warehouse. I want that to be a warehouse. Okay, well, I guess it's not that big of a deal. It's just going up to here. Okay. Yeah. So come to here, can we? Can we come to here? Yes. Okay, that'll be good. And so that'll come through here. We only want to move if we are reasonably full. Now, what we need to do here is buy into the region with the feldspar.
So it's like buying our way into what will eventually become Czechoslovakia.
Ah, yeah.
Bohemia, as they call it here.
Yes, already conquered Germany. Deutsche. Didn't take that long. Okay. Now, Mr. Railway Expert. You can see all the squiggly little lines. Do we bore straight through a tunnel? Do we come up and around near the river? Do we try to go south around everything and then come up through Zucker or Zwickau or whatever?
And given our previous experience with trying to go around mountains, I think we might just have to bite the bullet and dig a very big tunnel.
Okay. Well, now, and as you're saying that is very right, and he's referring to this loop around here that I made compared to going through it. Now, the loop around here works for cargo, but not for passengers. Now, what we do have is, obviously, eventually, is the Prague situation here, as well as other places. Now, how would that connect into our route?
I think...
Because do we sort of come up north and then just skirt around here? I think that's to Dresden, as opposed to going through the mountains. Because I don't know if coming through this farm, because if we need to connect Prague and Dresden up anyways.
I think maybe try and follow the river around.
Yeah, so we're gonna build that one first. We're gonna get that one done. Let's come in here.
You're building lots of stations.
That's the idea. Okay, yeah, okay. That looks like a good...
finally, the Czechs get a railway station.
Yeah, well, they, don't even need one hardly. Just trying to see, yeah, where we might want to connect to. Okay, I think we'll take this. Okay, let's be sort of somewhat a little less blunt force, a little more. We're going to want to climb up in elevation a little bit. Come along. Maybe this side of this little hill here. Oh, okay, well. Okay, that looks good. A little high for the climb. Okay, now that we're up here. Which side are we on? Gotta look. Okay, we're on the outside. Okay. No, we don't want...
I'll just try and get as close as we can to the river to avoid those little nubbly bits of the foothills.
Yeah. Okay, now I want to come back here and adjust some of this height up here a little bit. Yeah, no, it adds a bridge. Okay, reducing that down. No, let's see, we reduce this down. Well, maybe this can come down a little bit. Okay, we got a bridge, but it's now just down to an 8%.
I've seen plenty of places in real life where there's a bridge essentially along the side of the river to.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
cover
There's
over.
yeah, like going through the Rockies. There's a lot of that kind of stuff here in the U.S.
Yeah.
That bridging things like that. Okay, this will connect us into here. Okay, that's a good bit of route planning there. So now that we have that connected, and we'll just quickly throw in so we don't forget later on. Trains each going each way. Okay, Prague to Dresden and back is minimally set up. That's all we were really looking for there. Now, what I'm looking to do here is I think we're going to look at connecting at this side of the sort of southern side of this smaller mountain here. There we go, like that. There we go. Okay, some signals.
And don't forget to add maintenance and supply towers and.
Yes, you're right. We do need to do that. I probably would have forgotten until the warning. Hey, you need to maintain your trains. And okay, now, and this is part of the reason I wanted to do this other part first, is to see where we'd end up joining it. So where it's relatively flat over in here, for the railway situation, we'll put the supply tower so both sets of trains can use it, hopefully effectively. And so now we'll come from here.
It's quite a long run, so it might be worth having another supply tower, say just outside Prague.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea, because that is a long run. Okay, so that will get us going there. Oh, let's come back here, and so we'll make sure it's mostly full, if not full. And that'll put some porcelain going up into there. And yes, we have another supply tower. Okay, so that looks like that will run nicely.
Ha! Even a transport revolution is still commanded from above in Prussia.
Okay, so industry for sale. Where are we talking about? Breslau Bakery. Okay. We have the money, it looks cheap. We were eating bakeries in areas. We'll integrate it sometime into our system here, I'm sure. Okay, now, since we're here, what does Prague need? Prague needs wheat badly. And wood a little bit, but wheat badly. Wheat's to the north of the town. Across the river, of course. No, let's put this about like that.
And you see this station as a safe bet?
Yes, I do.
does somewhat look like the the sort of Bohemian area has been somewhat left alone by our competitors.
Yeah, I don't know whether that's AI programming or they just haven't made enough money to move in there yet. Well, they have bought down into here, it looks like. In Pelson, they bought the meat factory. Okay, yeah, that's the right connected spots. So there we go. Now let's other direction. There we go. Okay, so we will start pumping wheat into there. Alright, that's looking pretty good. We're going to hit the save button so I don't mess up anything here. Or if I mess up things. We've at least got all of that worked. Saved. Oh, it looks like we could use some signals here. That would be useful.
Signals everywhere.
Yeah. Okay. So, Arno, do you want to see a ride along the mountains, maybe?
We should take Arno on a quick train ride from Dresden to Prague all the other way round.
I think let's go north. Let's start out in Prague here. Okay, so we're gonna get on, and here we go. Oh.
If you want to beat me in an auction, you have to do better than that.
Go. See if I can see over the front work.
Back along as we go away. So, is this how the German countryside looks? I know we're still sort of in Czechoslovakia, but it's the same difference for. Okay, extends the network, yes. Now here are connections to the other station, and there's that other, the supply train for the Feldspar is heading this way. But we got out in front of it, very good.
Good that we're in front of the slow
Okay.
heavy train full of Feldspar.
Yeah. There's our train going the other way.
Back down over the main tin. An awful lot of people in Dresden wanted to send some mail to their Czech friends.
Yeah. Is that the Danube going through Czechoslovakia there? Oh, blackmail. Okay, we'll pay it. Whatever. I don't know. Yes, it is. Arno's saying. Okay. Hello, Max. How you doing? I mean, for a relatively simple game, as opposed to, you know, high detailed economics, they put a lot of thought into this,
You
into
can
the.
place your bets on your trains. Constant breakdowns.
And the details of the countryside, the buildings. Dresden says Dresden there. I think it also says it on the train station here. Oh, let's... Oh, well. Also, we'll say it here on the building, and for there, and on our building as well. So they're doing a lot of good stuff there with all of it, I think, for a basic sort of game. Okay, now they're heading back where we just came with some meat products. Okay, so
I think this is the Elbe that we were going along next to. I've just checked on Google Maps.
Okay, that's the Elbe. Okay. Okay, oh, yeah, it's running north. That is definitely not Danube. Danube flows south. I know that. Okay. It's probably this one. Linz, yeah, Linz I think is on the Danube. Vienna's definitely on the Danube. There we go. Okay. Just got to get orientated right. Okay, so they should be growing soon. We will be worrying about them, but not too heavily. But this will help Dresden grow because it'll mean products being sold and brought in. Okay, so they need vegetables, wheat, beer, so we have vegetables down here. Well, I don't know if we're going to try that right at the moment. Back at Leipzig, though. Okay, so we have at least coming in our 2 industrial products. Feldspar is on its way, and we have a little bit of coal now. It's going to keep coming in. So they'll get our Dresden porcelain working nicely. We need more pigs. Yeah, we're out of pigs. Okay, and okay, they should be just getting some from here, but I don't know why. Unless it's just my fault for not setting up the train. Is probably it. Another one of these keeping pigs in the pit ideas.
Should we check that pig mine, so to speak, is producing enough pigs?
Yeah, it looks like it. It has a bunch extra right now, at least. Okay, now we're at 300. So research points. Let's see. Poaching, that gets us teamwork, accelerates maintenance. That would be good. Increased profits from factories, nice but not needed. Increases monthly gain of innovation points. Well, that's one we already got. That's right. Well,
The less time our trains are spending in maintenance, the more time they're moving around, getting us
yep,
making us
right.
profit. So
That's right. Okay, so we'll do that. We will unlock the basics there. Okay, so we have all that flowing. That'll help Leipzig out. Now, let's go back here. Vegetables and salt for sauerkraut. I just want to see salt, plenty. Vegetables, not any at the moment. Because we want that sauerkraut to be getting into this overall system. And okay, I think we did set up here another train, but since there's still 0 here, let's come back over here and run that. Okay, so that will help out Weimar. Now at Kessel. I don't think this is where they have the spice mines, but that's okay. So we're nearly at 120,000. So that's what we need to do. They want lots more pigs. That's all I think always been a problem here. Then they want sheep's wool. And then they want well, again, beer and sauerkraut. Okay. So we have
where can we find more pigs?
More pigs, more pigs. Okay, we have the second station here. Partially, I think, maybe open to deal with some of that. I don't know. Okay. wool here. Okay, let's deal with the wool. Let's just add another train from here to here running wool. That will help with the wool question. Now we have pigs. Okay, pigs across the way over here. Oh, we're at 105% already. Let's see if we can find some to the west and push in here. I don't know. Okay, we've got pigs over here at a quarry this time.
Instead of finding the pigs by digging down into the ground, they're just ripping up the entire surface of the earth to find pigs this time.
Yep, Germans.
Strange Germans.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, it's a good run, I guess. We'll just do that and add a locomotive. So, because we're close here for Kessel. And it's always, for me, seeming easier to deal with raw resources than trying to deal with moving in produced goods, but from other towns. But that is useful. Okay, sauerkraut and wheat, beer, and clothing. Okay, wheat, beer, and sauerkraut are both down here in Frankfurt on Main. Why aren't they producing more of these things? They're not producing nearly enough. So wheat, beer is hops and vegetables and salt. Okay, vegetables they should have enough. Salt they should have more than enough, so I don't know why we're not producing more of those. And hops we have more than enough. Why don't we have more? Okay, well, what we need
Do we need to make the factory bigger?
You've got it. That's what we need to do here. So, spend money. 1 million Reichsmarks and 1,300,000 Reichsmarks. And I think we're going to go big time here if we can afford it. Yep. And yep, it's going to be expensive, but yep, we're gonna pump all that in because it looks like we've solved more or less the getting supplies to the factories. Now we just need the factories producing things, and hopefully they will connect to towns. Okay, Frankfurt is our one town over 120,000. Koblenz. What's its problem? Well, if we get more wheat, beer, and sauerkraut coming in, and because I know we have the connections between the two, they will supply us with more of that. Now,
Okay.
milk is its next outside non-factory produced item it needs. And we have milk down here. So, in Schulpit, hey, they also find milk in pits too. And they breed hops. Well, I guess you do sort of in a way breed
Hops. I suppose you selective breed the different strains of hops for different flavors and such. But
yep. Not the first.
I am slightly worried.
Yeah.
The Germans seem to be finding an awful lot of strange things underground.
Yeah. Maybe they're really the Nibelungen dwarves. Are you got? Hey, Nagar, are you really? Okay, you have to finish your series. Blacklist. See ya. Okay, well he may have already gone, but are you guys really Nibelungen dwarves there?
Do they have So I'm assuming that the dwarves would have some sort of I don't know, cave cows, wouldn't they?
I don't know what dwarves would naturally eat, and that's sort of somewhat of even a mystery in Dungeons and Dragons. There's not a clear answer of the food sources for dwarves who live underground. They've sort of kind of, let's get into Dungeons and Dragons here. They sort of kind of worked out some of it for the drow, the dark elves who live deep underground. But dwarves, they never really specify what their animals that they may eat, or what, because they do sort of talk about growing fungus and eating, mushrooms and things like that. We also see here Seton has grown, and we can add a factory. Now this is in an area where I think we are having lots and lots of, well, actually no, we have a lot of over here near Seton. We have a lot of pigs and wheat.
Wasn't it pastries we were looking for?
Yeah, no, yeah, well, yeah, no, but we have Landsberg already to the east and Berlin sort of to the south. That's covering our best sort of needs. So I don't think we need another one going from there. And going west, we have a lot of, well,
I did see just north of Berlin there is a load of cotton.
Cotton,
and
yes.
There's also cotton at that warehouse.
That could be the thing. Let's
Berlin demanding Lederhosen.
Yes, they are. And I think you need to make clothes. I think you need boots, and they already are making their own boots. So let's look at tailors. Okay, yeah, let's grab a tailor's here. We'll stick it here. And that way we can, because they'll produce their own boots, their own leather. Well, since we're here, let's do a warehouse just for the fun of it. Don't know if anything else will connect up maybe from this other warehouse someday. I don't know. Direction though. North, south, east, west, northeast, southwest. Okay, I think we'll do it this way.
And you see this station as a safe bet?
Yes, okay. We're gonna... What do we pass? Nope. Oh, I must have already passed it. Where's cotton? Where's cotton? Or wool? No. Wool. Okay. So, and that. Okay, so we're gonna come out of here.
Many big bundles of wool strapped to the back of the train.
Yep.
Of course, I'm assuming that over here in Prussia, even though they say they want the wool to make Lederhosen, I'm pretty certain they're actually using it to make Field Grey Army uniforms.
Yeah, that's probably it. They're probably trying to anticipate the Versailles Treaty and set up a
secret shadow scheme of uniform factories.
Yes. Okay, so from here, let's... Oh, no, we're on... Oh, hold on just a second. Where... Well, this is the older thing here. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. We've already got a train running. Do we? Yeah, okay. No. Cancel. Oh, no. Oh, it was... Okay. Never mind. Get out of that. Back up here. New one. There we go. That will run our cloth and break down bad condition here. So let's see, it's
sure we've got maintenance buildings everywhere.
Nope, not on the pig colliery, and we'll check Seton in a moment. I'm not here either. See, I need you to remind me if I'm not here. Okay. All right. So that will help Berlin and wherever else that trades with it. And if it may even help places like Berlin with bad condition. Okay, what's your path? Okay, you're on a long run, but now the run... Nope, you don't have a maintenance shed in your long super run. Well, it doesn't help to really put it near Berlin. Doesn't really help to put it too near the other side. Well, I don't know. Well... Okay, let's do another one here. Oh, just a moment. Let's let this train go by. Okay. Now, let's see if we can fit it right in there. Put it back together. Without having it too badly disrupt everything. Okay. I think we got that. Oh, 6% grade already there, but oh well. Now we'll take out both, not just one, but both of those. Supply, oh, it thinks it's in use. Oh, and we need to specify signals again, because we added something in the middle of it. There we go, let's put signals out here. And we'll put signals here. Okay, well that will help in future. And we'll put another set of signals deeper out here. Okay, so that's not quite the middle of the run, but nearish, so that they can get maintenance.
Because a steam locomotive will use up an awful lot of lubrication oil and other such things.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. Especially, they're probably not that efficient at doing such, using the lubricant. Okay, that's... Okay, back to Koblenz. It's growing, but we just want to check. Okay. We were looking at milk, but we got the milk coming from there, hopefully. Now, Lederhosen should be being built or manufactured in Cologne. But it doesn't have enough. And it's right out here, so enough wool. So let's specify wool coming in there.
Does the sheep farm have enough production to keep up?
They may not be digging deep enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll need to buy in more sheep from Wales.
Yeah, it's not that big of a thing. It's only doing, that's probably the problem. So what we need to do is spend money. Let's click on it and start an auction. I'm sure we have enough to beat out all of our competitors, if they decide to bid on it.
Are you just playing against the bank now, or what?
Basically. Okay. So let's up it, and even up it some more. Yeah, it's because they're moving like one, the train is moving one load of wool at a time. This will help that. That's the problem there. Okay, Cologne. They're one that could grow into be one of our big cities. They need pastries. Well, they're going to get the wool, and they need lumber. Okay. And here's lumber, and we just need to... Oh, it should be from the warehouse. Okay, warehouse. Do we have... Oh, there's plenty of lumber in the warehouse. Not enough. Well, should be getting milk from down here as well. Okay, well, first let's do another rail line from here to here and prioritize lumber, but you can get whatever you want beyond that. Now we need more milk for this warehouse. What are our...
Does the dairy farm have enough?
Well, I don't know. Let's
keep up.
Okay. I think that is an issue. Yeah, because here's feldspar way over here we could have used, but it's just too far away for that other porcelain. Yeah, we're just spending a lot, but I think we should probably see about buying this too. I think you're right on that.
Well, the field of players was negligible.
Okay, that's more than doubling it now. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to run a train from here to the warehouse, but it's going to go through this station unless we specify over here, and then let's come up here and specify up here. That way it'll run it through the North Koblenz station, which has a little less congestion on it. Now, how badly congested is this? Oh, 101 already. Yep, that's awfully congested, but that's part of the problem as well for everything on all this. Oh, another inventor is available. Let's... Yeah, I think we'll wait till we get a few more points. And bonus for Express Frankfurt to Hamburg. Down from here, down to over here. No thank you, we're not going to build that. That is... through chaos, another mess.
Berg to Frankfurt, no.
Yeah.
Not through the spaghetti junction, no.
Yeah, I just trying to focus on that. I think it's a bit more than what we want to do. Okay, they need hops here in... Oh, that's right, we... Okay. Now we have hops over here. And instead of going all the way south around here, this is another project here, another railway. Because we have to come into some of these lines, and these are... Now let's stop that for the moment. These are 106, 64. Why do you do this to me? Well, okay, now how do we build this? Yeah?
I'll be back with you in a sec. I've just got to go see to the cat.
Okay, go ahead. Are we shooting the cat or what? Oh, you don't have guns. Well, you could use bow and arrow. Don't know what you're meaning by seeing to the cat. Throwing it out the window? No, I'm just joking. All of you PETA people out there, I wouldn't hurt cats. It's not letting me build a bridge. Okay. Okay, that works, sort of. No, I think it should be connecting to this one. Well, everybody, look at this. Okay. How is this for an engineering, I don't know, mess? Might be the... I thought cats just preferred the least possible human interaction you can give them. Okay, sort of waiting for IKB to come back to... Oh, I don't know how long seeing to a cat means. Dogs, I understand, they need to be let out at times.
Okay, and I am back. Cat has been seen to, crisis averted.
Okay.
Ooh, very pretty gamer, very pretty indeed.
What do you think about this? This is just still in the proposal idea, because we're looking at this. These tracks here have, I think it's 64, and these are like 100 and some usage. So coming in the north of this, it just looks to be something of a great difficulty.
I like the Great Big Bridge very much, gamer. I think you should definitely build it.
Okay. Great Big Bridge it will be. I think a little bridge there, but that's okay. Okay, so now, of course, cresting cattle produces hops, so yeah. Back on our strange German naming thing. Yes, we all know that this game is made by Kalypso Software, the people who also make Tropico, so they're the ones to blame. It's probably not really the real Germans are this kooky. They're probably not just translating historical names and putting them on the map. They have given me the British DLC, which actually came before this, but just because this was new, I decided to play this first. The British one will I'm hoping IKB will give us a lot of interesting information about IKB and other British railways when we get to it, and we're going to do that next. But they've also come up with, and I've not played the British one. They've also come up with a post this one, which I think deals with the sort of oh, to be fair, this should be Kill Melodies part. Aren't Kalypso Germans? I don't know, are they? Is Kalypso Software Germans? And they spell it with a K, I know, which may indicate that they are Germans. So then I don't understand. Though the actual devs may be Americans.
Who owns the company and where it's supposedly based and who's actually doing the coding don't always line up.
Yeah, that's very true nowadays. Okay, so we have a decent connection set up there. That should, well, yeah, they'll always be moving hops. I'm sure they'll want hops big time here.
Can the hops farm meet the demand? That's the other question.
Yeah, that is a real question, and it needs a maintenance shed too. Okay. Yeah, I think right now it can, and if it starts
If
getting...
you've already put the effort into working out these plans, why shouldn't I profit from them as well?
Oh, you stole some plants. Okay. This has, I think, a minimum that we're going to reduce down its minimum because we're going in 2 ways. So you get going. Now we're actually going to, because it'll use the other track, let's increase the minimum back up somewhat. No, wait, freeze this one up because I think this will be the main producer of, or main, now the main direction it's going in, I guess, I hope.
We have a ride over the big bridge.
Okay, we can do that. We can do that for sure. Now before, let's see, I just want to look at where vegetables are coming in from this. It's up here. Okay, this is sort of a super vegetable farm, I know. And they have more than enough vegetables, so let's specify this station here now. Now they are, I think, working at over 100%. Well, no, 95%, but we've moved some of the vegetable use off to the other smaller one there. And salt. How are they doing with salt? Okay, no salt. Let's see. Salt, no. Out here. Okay, there's salt out here. I think we can connect through to there. So what we'll do is we'll come here to here. No, that's going to take forever. Oh no, actually that works fairly well. So we miss all this other traffic jam and come around there. Okay, that works great actually. Yes. So we'll do that, but we're going to specify salt as the primary thing if it wasn't already going to be, and we'll let that get filled up and go. Okay, so that should help with the all of the various products. Okay, and we're in time enough to catch the train ride here. Okay. By Gaming Minds Studios, which is German. Okay, so it is. Max is saying it is German, so the Germans named all this stuff.
Yeah, the Germans must just be weird.
Yeah, yeah, must be. We've always sort of
It's out of mines and
yeah,
quarrying for wool and God knows what else.
yeah. Okay. So I know Kalypso is the publisher. They're the people that I deal with, and it comes up on the thing when you start it. And so the next DLC chronologically, which I haven't gotten to either, is France, which I think deals with sort of post-Franco-Prussian War. And this is obviously leading up to the... Oh, we've got a lot of... Okay, we're going to pause this because I don't want... Oh. Okay, because I don't want to lose the opportunity to place some factories where we could possibly use them. We'll get back to that before we run the clock. Okay, yeah. Now, out here in Thorn is definitely one of the places we were looking at putting in...
History, wasn't it?
Yeah, pastries.
A bakery.
Yeah, bakery, pastries. Okay, it's not so far up to the warehouse where it'll come down. Okay, that'll do just fine. So let's let's look at here, bakery. And, yeah. This looks like a good spot. There we go. Okay, so that gets Thornwell. Landsberg here. Okay, here we have a bakery. We have a lot of meat produce around it now, which might mean, okay, do we have salt and lumber? Lumber we have up here. Salt. Feldspar out there. Milk. More pork. Feldspar. More pig.
There must be some salt up by the Baltic somewhere.
You would presume so. I know they mine, I think salt, I think it's in Czechoslovakia. Isn't in Czechoslovakia there's an underground church that was carved out in a salt mine? You know, it's really beautiful. It's, you know, entirely underground. It just, the miners at some point made a church in their mine and carved it out. I know it's somewhere. Okay, it's over here. Okay. Let's see. So Baker's drill holes. Well, drilling for salt. That does actually work. Okay. Now get that over to, where was it again? Here, Landsberg. Okay, from here. I have to come through Brandenburg and Berlin, or maybe we can make another railway around a Berlin bypass. That would be good. Okay. Okay, so let's do this smokehouse here, because we have, that way it will create an idea of trade coming from whether Seton or here in Posen or somebody else with their oh no, it's no, actually we need, yeah, it's not, okay, yeah, well no, we actually need the pigs, not,
so where does the,
okay, pigs up there and pigs out here. Okay, yeah, there's pigs up enough. There's a pigs enough, so we'll do a smokehouse. We'll put it right there. There we go, smokehouse. That should be enough to still allow us to expand this room. No, we don't want to get rid of that one. Yeah, okay, good.
yes,
And our third,
a smokehouse so that we can, preserve all of the pork so it'll last longer in the rations for the Prussian army.
right, exactly. CIKB has got this whole thing down and how they were thinking. He understands them. Okay, so
Does Hamburg want?
okay, we have cloth. Okay, well, candy factory maybe. Let's see. We have wheat. We have sweet beets. No, we need is fruit. All we need is a fruit in the area here somewhere.
What about the other side of Schwerin, below Rostock? Isn't there fruit there or something?
Oh no, yeah, northeast of it. Yes. Okay, so that would do it. So we can supply in all that we need to make a candy factory work well. So let's we're going to do that, worry about all that later, because we're going to go back to our ride along. I just wanted to make sure that we got the right factories in the right spots, because if we don't, either somebody else will build something that may not be quite as good. Okay, back to our ride along.
Max is saying, I don't think that we Germans needed the Prussian army to be convinced to smoke some pork.
Nah,
We would do it either way.
probably. I mean, hey, bacon's great. You know, I'm not anti-pork. It's just we're making fun of the German pig
Your
eaters.
workers
That's
are
all.
Really on the ball. I can use those.
And again, back to one of my sort of modern political talking points. Why do Muslims want to move to the land of the pig eaters? I don't get that one. But they seem to want to move to the land of the pig eaters. That's fine, being pig eaters. Like I say, bacon is wonderful. I have a fair amount of ham. You know, sausage is good.
Chicken, ham, sausage, gammon.
Pepperoni on my pizzas. You know, You know, it's good food, but we're making fun that it's sort of a German specialty. Because they're idiots. You're talking about the Muslims moving to the land of the pig eaters. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool bridge. Maybe we can look back. We can look back at it. There is where we've just gone over. See how quickly we get into the station here. Okay, that's just a brief wait. Very good. Yeah, they want to profit from your good economy, that's right. And then complain about pigs being served in the cafeteria at school and whatnot.
And they'll complain that all anyone else ever does is go out to the beer hall after work.
Yeah, and you know, I'm fine if Muslims want to live the way Muslims want to live. Do it in their part of the world. You know, I'm not. You know, I don't want to live that way. I don't believe people. It's best that people live that way. You know, and I mean like, especially, you know, as again we'll get into British politics. Boris Johnson in his letterbox is talking about this, and I saw a clip from one of the sort of little brief. I think it was on Channel 4. One of the brief talking conversation pieces. Some woman in the audience with a fairly British accent, so she wasn't, you know, speaking in a Pakistani accent or Arab accent, you know, and she definitely, from the little bit of her eyes we saw, definitely looked sort of darkish skin. And again, as you know, I don't care about somebody's skin color, but she's wearing a whole full, I guess, burqa with just, you know, the letterbox eye slits. And I'm a teacher, and they're being racist calling me letterbox. My fucking God, are you having that woman, if she's in a public school being a teacher in Britain or any other European country, that she's going in with we're not talking covering your hair, because even a lot of sort of conservative Catholic and Orthodox women, I think, like to cover their hair, especially in church. They like to cover their hair. I'm sort of out of the Protestant tradition, let the hair flow. But even if you look back, sort of modest women, you can look back in olden days, like to cover their hair. That was sort of a sign of being married, I believe. They wore head coverings back in the Scottish Highlands in the 18th century. So yeah, we know that there is a tradition even in the West, though I'm against it, of covering one's hair. But okay, fine. You want to cover your hair, you want to be modest and not showing your body, fine. But you're literally dehumanizing somebody, and I mean dehumanizing somebody, by making them cover their face, and you only have the eyes shown. And that's only because when they came up with that tradition, they hadn't yet come up with sunglasses or something to hide the eyes, because they would have made them wear gloves and hide the eyes going out if they could have, if they had the technology back then. And so they want to dehumanize women that much to go into society, and you're having that person teach the youth. I'm not talking that they shouldn't be allowed. I mean, you know, in America you can wear what you want, but if that was a public school teacher, that is wrong in America. You know, private school, if you want to have, like we have a lot of religious schools in America, you know, whether a lot of Catholics do, but there's other religious-based schools in America. Fine. You want to have a Muslim-based school, meet the necessary curriculum to be taught in schools, and otherwise have a Muslim school. Fine. She can teach in a private school. But if that's a public school teacher, that is wrong. That is bad, because yes, those are dehumanized letterboxes. To remove your face from public. Just think if they were sort of do that to the Jews or something, how up in arms everyone would be. Well, they're doing that for Islam, and so I am against the dehumanization of anyone like that. And so this is Muslims, yes, they can decide if they want to in their countries live that way. I think it's wrong, but they can do it. To come and push that into Western worlds is just a bad thing. Well, on that note, I think we're going to end this episode. I want to thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Please ask a question of either I or IKB here, so that we can answer them in a future episode. If you're on YouTube, we really love hearing from you. Thank you so much. And I want to read the comments before. Okay, I guess we're going to end the episode here. No, not the live stream just yet, but the episode here. Thanks everyone for watching. See you next time for more historical gaming.